Good morning, everyone. I want to thank you all for coming out and attending this flag raising and dedication event. It's been something that's been very close to my heart since we started to develop the idea a few months back. Today we will be hoisting the Honor and Remember flag, a nationally recognized flag that will fly continuously as a reminder of all the American lives that were lost in service in defense of our freedom. Before we begin, please join me in pledging allegiance to the American flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Now the invocation is going to be given by one of our chaplains and close partners in the office. That's Father Alphonse Stevenson, who is incidentally a retired Brigadier General from the United States Air Force. Father?
Let us pray. God, by invoking your name, so we acknowledge your presence in our midst. Father, we gather this morning to honor and to remember. In particular, we honor those who wear and those who have worn our country's military uniform. Those who we pass anonymously each day, and those who were chosen to pay the ultimate price in the name of freedom. Bless them and their loved ones. Their remembrance today not serve as a reason for vengeance and suspicion, but rather as a catalyst for peace and justice. May our passing through this day make the world just a bit better than it was when you granted us one more day this morning. We make this prayer to the one God, living and true, forever and ever. Amen.
Thank you, Father. As I indicated, this event means a great deal to me personally and professionally. I'm honored to be able to host the event at the entrance of our great institution, the Monmouth County Prosecutor's Office. I'd like to thank the County of Monmouth and the Board of Chosen Freeholders for their staunch support of this event. We're joined today by Freeholder Serena DeMazzo, County Administrator Terry O'Connor, and also Freeholder Lillian Burry, who have been close partners not only in our operations, but staunch supporters of veterans' rights. Their countywide support of this flag-raising dedication is most appreciated, and as I understand it, we're one of the first counties in the state to be able to have the distinction and honor of doing this today. We're also joined by one of our constitutional officers, that's Sheriff Sean Golden, who also staunchly supports the event. He and I not only share the distinction of leading two great institutions in crime fighting across Monmouth County, but we also have the distinction of running two of the largest county departments, which have extremely large numbers of past and current veterans of the armed services. We have a lot of military veterans in our ranks, and it's something that I know we're both quite grateful for. So I'd like to thank those veterans that are in attendance today for coming out and supporting this event. I also want to extend a very special thanks to the group that's led the charge to raise awareness about this Honor and Remember flag. And those are the Gold Star families that are with us today. We want to welcome Judy Tapper, the president of the Gold Star Mothers of New Jersey. Her son, Photographer's Mate First Class David M. Tapper, United States Navy, made the ultimate sacrifice when he was killed in action on August 20th, 2003 in Afghanistan. We also welcome Patrick and Amy Moore. Amy is, thank you. Amy is the president of the Gold Star Mothers Trenton chapter, and their son, Specialist Benjamin G. Moore, United States Army, made the ultimate sacrifice when he was killed in action on January 12, 2011 in Afghanistan. In our nation's 239-year history, there has never been a flag that reflects the gratitude and respect that we have for those in the armed forces that have made this ultimate sacrifice. I'm personally grateful as both an American citizen and as a naval officer, that thanks to the good people who have led this campaign for the Honor and Remember flag, we can now say that we do. The Honor and Remember flag represents sacrifices. Our fallen veterans sacrificed their lives for our freedom. Their families who have endured immense and scarring losses, families who have sacrificed sons and daughters, husbands and wives, and brothers and sisters. The flag represents their loss. There are 1.35 million veterans that have died in our nation's wars. From the Revolutionary War to the sand-swept and arid terrain of Afghanistan and Iraq. And you add in those who were wounded, and that number more than doubles to 2.85 million men and women who shed their blood for our country. Monmouth County is not untouched by these losses. If you take a look at the program that was handed out, you will see in the roll of honor our best estimate of the sacrifice made by Monmouth County citizens alone. As a combat veteran who served downrange in Afghanistan last year, I'm lucky to have come home. These great individuals in this program did not. Since they made the ultimate sacrifice, we will honor them in this flag-raising ceremony. It is the very least that we can do to ensure that there's a constant reminder of their selfless acts and service. Now, one of our partners in this effort, as I mentioned, is the Board of Chosen Freeholders. And on behalf of the board, I would like to welcome our liaison, Freeholder Lillian Burry, to provide some comments about this effort today. As I mentioned, besides being a liaison, she is a staunch ally for veterans' rights and services here in Monmouth County. Lillian?
Good morning, everyone. I thought I should recognize the dignitaries, and then I thought a moment, and to me, the dignitaries are the veterans and the Gold Star family. So let's hear it for them. Today, we honor the brave men and women who have served in the armed forces and those who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our country, our freedom, our safety. We raise the Honor and Remember flag, which is a symbol of the sacrifices of all who serve and have served in the armed forces, as well as the sacrifices made by their families. I'd like to take a moment to talk to you about the 3 stars featured on the flag. The blue star represents active service in military conflict. Every day we pray for our military who are fighting in wars both home and abroad. The white star symbolizes the purity of sacrifice. There is no greater sacrifice than to lay down your life for another. All of our veterans, from those recently returned home to those who have passed, have willingly put their lives at risk for their family, friends, and country. The Gold Star signifies the ultimate sacrifice of a warrior in active service who will not return home. Gold reflects the value of the life that was given. America is the ultimate memorial to all of the generations who have served and fought and died for our freedoms. Today we are joined by several Gold Star families, and I'd like to thank you for your sacrifice. The loved ones you lost are true heroes, and they will never be forgotten. Never. I want to thank all of our veterans for their service. I also want you to know that you're appreciated, you are honored, you are cherished members of our communities. It was in 2012 that the New Jersey Senate and Assembly designated the Honor and Remember flag as the state's official flag for recognizing all armed service members who have died as a result of serving the U.S. in any war or conflict the nation has been involved in from the very beginning of our inception. So I look forward to the ceremony, but I tell you, we in the county are now planning to have this flag flown at most of our buildings, and I know that Laura Kirkpatrick is working very diligently on this, and I thank her for her effort. So once again, thank you for letting me be part of this event, and may God bless one and every one. Thank you.
Now please join me in welcoming Amy Moore, the Gold Star mother I referenced earlier, who's going to explain a little more about the Honor and Remember flag. As Amy speaks, the flag will be displayed by her husband and Gold Star father, Patrick Moore, as well as Lou Amoriello, president of the Rolling Thunder New Jersey Chapter 2.
Hello everyone. I am the proud mother of Army Specialist Benjamin Moore, who was killed in action on January 12, 2011 while serving in Operation Enduring Freedom in Afghanistan. My husband and Pat and I, along with all the Gold Star families in New Jersey and throughout our nation, would like to thank the Monmouth County Freeholders and Prosecutors Office for flying the Honor and Remember flag throughout Monmouth County. As a Gold Star family, I can tell you that from the time we heard that knock on the door and learned of our hero's death to this moment in time, the thing we cherish so deeply is their memory. By flying this flag, it will help keep all the American heroes' memories alive. A gentle reminder to all of the selfless sacrifice made by a small percentage of Americans for an entire nation. I think it is very important to share the meaning of the flag for everyone to fully understand its importance. The Honor and Remember flag's design is distinct yet simple. Each detail on the flag symbolizes an important part of the overall meaning of the flag's message. The red field represents the blood spilled by brave men and women in America's military throughout our history, who gave their lives so that our nation would remain free. The white field below the Gold Star recognizes the purity of sacrifice. There is no greater price an American can pay than to give his or her life to service in our country. The blue star represents active service in military conflict. This symbol originated with World War I, but on this flag it signifies service in all wars from the Revolution to the present day. The Gold Star signifies the ultimate sacrifice of a warrior in active service who will not return home. Gold reflects the value of the life that was given. The folded flag signifies the final tribute to an individual's life presented to the family for their significant loss. The flame is an eternal reminder of the spirit that has departed this life, yet burns on in the memory of all who knew and loved the fallen hero. We will always honor their selfless sacrifice and remember them individually by name. Thank you.
At this point in time, I'd like to invite Lillian Burry and Amy to hoist the flag and make this official, please. And Judy, yes, I'm sorry. And Judy as well, I apologize, Judy. Now we're going to have a few of our people who work in and around the county come up and recognize some of the fallen veterans that they know.
Good morning. I'm Detective Daniel Baza of the Monmouth County Prosecutor's Office. As a United States Marine Corps veteran who served 4 tours of duty in Iraq, the Honor and Remembrance flag celebrates my service, but it also celebrates the service and honor and remembrance of the ultimate sacrifices of Lieutenant Colonel Thomas A. Pudrico and Major Nathaniel W. Anderson, who were both killed along with 5 other Marines when a pair of helicopters collided in a training accident in 2012 near Yuma, Arizona, prior to a deployment to Afghanistan. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Agent Wesley Mayo, Sr. This flag is a touching tribute to all veterans, including myself, the United States Army veteran. But this flag also honors and remembers the service of my colleague, Detective Kevin Mahoney, a veteran of the United States Army, National Guard. He couldn't be here with us today, but he asked me to help him remember 2 of his friends. Sergeant First Class Colin Bowen of the 175th Infantry Battalion, 58th Infantry Brigade, Combat Team, Maryland Army National Guard. Sergeant Bowen was initially injured when his vehicle was hit by an IED, improvised explosive device, on January 2nd, 2008. He died March 14th, 2008 at Brooke Army Medical Center in San Antonio with his family at his bedside. Members of the 175th Unit didn't make it home from deployment until May 2015. He was the only man lost in the 175th during that year. His wife and children were in attendance when his unit made its homecoming in May. Also, Specialist Jamil T. Freeman, 1st Battalion, 32nd Infantry Regiment, 3rd Brigade Combat Team, 10th Mountain Division, formerly of the 175th Infantry Battalion, 58th Infantry Combat Team, Maryland Army National Guard. After a deployment with the 175th Infantry in Iraq in 2007 and 2008, Jamil decided to make the Army a permanent job. Joining the Army in 2010 with the 10th Mountain Division. Specialist Jamil T. Freeman died in Kandahar, Providence, with 4 other soldiers after an improvised explosive device detonated near their vehicle on August 11, 2011. Thank you.
Good morning, Sheriff Sean Golden, and first and foremost, I'd like to thank our veterans, as always, for their service and their sacrifice to our country and to our freedoms that we so enjoy, including today on this beautiful day. The Gold Star families as well, God bless them, and God bless the sacrifices that they have incurred to do the same. I want to commend Prosecutor Gramiccioni on this great day. Prosecutor, thank you so much for leading the charge, as always, with our veterans and our Board of Chosen Freeholders. And as the Monmouth County Sheriff's Office and our current veterans, over 15 serving as well in active and reserve duty, I want to thank everybody from the Monmouth County Sheriff's Office. The Sheriff's Office, in honor and remembrance, will fly the flag on behalf of Lieutenant Dennis Zielinski II, who I join in Freeholder Bury from our respective communities in Colts Neck and Howell for the particular sacrifice the Zielinski family has made. Dennis II was the 101st Airborne and was killed in action in November of 2005 in Iraq. We will fly the flags outside the Sheriff's Office facilities in remembrance and honor of Dennis Zielinski. I know the family would want to be here, but they are at the grandson's graduation at the Air Force Academy and could not be. So on behalf of Lillian Bury and the Monmouth County Sheriff's Office, Again, we want to honor and remember Lieutenant Dennis Lindsay II.
Homedale Township lost a hero in 2008 in Staff Sergeant William Neal. He was a good man, he was a kind man, took care of his mom, and she too had to endure that knock on the door. So today, on behalf of my constituents in Homedale Township and all of Monmouth County, I too thank Prosecutor Gramiccioni for this lovely ceremony and this raising of the honor and remember flag. And I know that his parents, his mom, would be forever grateful because she has too made the ultimate sacrifice. And I want to thank all of you for being here. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Steve Padula. Many of you know I'm Chief of Staff at the Prosecutor's Office, and I was asked to say a few words. It's no surprise for those of you that are standing in front of me. You feel the heat and the sun. I expect that not only the sun, but it's the millions of people of the armed services present in the past that we warm their hearts today. I thank the prosecutor for this ceremony. I'm a veteran of the United States Coast Guard, and I'm honored by the sentiment that this flag represents for my service and for those who have served this nation. Today, I especially remember two of our former colleagues, Marcus Ford, Texas, from our office, Vietnam veteran, David Herbert, helicopter pilot, Monmouth County, Vietnam veteran. Thank you.
Morning. My name is Assistant Prosecutor Ian David Brader. Certainly appreciate and am honored by the recognition that this flag provides for me, for my service as a veteran of the United States Navy. But I'm also here because this flag celebrates the service of a colleague of mine, Detective Hunter Brockreed of this office, who cannot be with us today, fortunately. Detective Brockreed served 2 tours of duty in Iraq with the United States Marine Corps. For him, this flag serves to honor and remember fellow Marines he personally knew who made the ultimate sacrifice as they fought side by side, and whom we honor and remember here today. Those individuals are Lance Corporal Daniel Swaim, who died in Iraq in 2005, Lance Corporal Brandon Van Pars, Captain Todd Siebert, Lance Corporal Angel Rosa, Lance Corporal Jeffrey Adam Bishop, and Lance Corporal Adam Loggins, who all died in Iraq in 2007. Thank you.
Morning. My name is Matt Ferroni, a U.S. Navy veteran. I'd like you to help me in remembering high school classmate John Michael Orr from Belleville, New Jersey. U.S. Army killed in action in Vietnam, February 1966. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Judy Tapper, proud mother of Petty Officer, First Class, United States Navy SEAL, David Tapper. And when I look up and see that flag flying, I think of our freedoms. And isn't it a great day when we wake up free? Every day's a great day. And who do we owe this to? We owe it to our veterans, the less than 0.5% of our population of America that has your backs. They are the ones we need to thank. They are the heroes. And when David was 14 years old, his dream was to become a Navy SEAL. So right out of high school, he did enlist, and he accomplished that. And he served on SEAL Team 6 in Dam Neck, was his base, and he was on his 3rd tour of duty. And I don't think I could express it any better than the recognition that the commander that day and what happened. On the 20th of August, 2003, Petty Officer Dave Tapper's team was conducting a patrol to on the Afghanistan-Pakistani border. As his convoy crested a ridgeline, they were ambushed from 3 directions. He immediately moved his vehicle to the most defendable position, exposing himself to enemy rockets, small arms, and machine gun fire. He exited his vehicle to lay down a base of fire for his trapped teammates. After the initial engagement, he called out that he was hit. Despite the fatal gunshot wound, he continued to engage the enemy until his injuries overcame him. Petty Officer Tapper provided the initial spark of leadership that allowed his team to overcome extreme odds and maneuver out of the ambush. His actions unquestionably saved the lives of his teammates. So thank you to all our veterans, all those who served, those now serving, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Charles Webster. I'm the Public Information Officer here at the Monmouth County Prosecutor's Office, and I'm also a Cold War veteran. This flag also honors and remembers for me and the rest of our country my father, a 35-year veteran of the United States Army who served from the Vietnam War through the Persian Gulf War. 4 uncles who served in the United States Army. 2 grandfathers who served in World War II, one in Europe under General George Patton, and the other who served in the Pacific. A great-grandfather who served in World War I. 3 great-great-great-grandfathers who served in the Civil War, and my 6-time great-grandfather, William Webster, who served in the Maryland militia during the American Revolution.